Hey everyone. A few days back, I actually did a live stream where I tried to demonstrate how shared hosting environment, especially for WordPress, Node.js, Python, etc., are not worth your time or your money. The number one problem was because they get hacked too often. When I was streaming this website, I also realized that it's not just a problem with shared but of course it is the problem because the application in the website is shared, but a bigger problem is that a certain plugin or a dependency is often compromised. It's vulnerable. So what happens is that through that one plugin or vulnerability or vulnerable dependency, a malicious user, a malicious actor can enter the entire hosting environment, and then it can compromise not just one website where the plugin was installed, but other websites as well. So this was that video that I did, the number one reason why shared hosting plans are not worth your time and money. I did it about 7 days ago, and I said, okay, if you go back and watch the video, you will see what I decided to do. What I decided to do was I removed all the websites that were compromised or had that plugin installed. Then I removed the plugin from all the other websites that did not have the vulnerability yet. And then I said, okay, let's give it one more week before coming to a judgment and saying, okay, are we going to use it or not? If you see here, you will see CPU usage is at 100%. Entry processes at 70%, even though I was showing that my website here it's not even working fine, right? And everything else was pretty basic. It was just WordPress installation over WordPress installation and WordPress installation. The bandwidth, etc., was going crazy. If you want, you can go back and watch this video. But what I will do now is, because it's been 7 days and I said I will come back and show what would happen if shared hosting plan should still be for consideration. So I'm back. So this time I'm gonna reload the page and see, okay, yeah, it's pretty decent. I would say the performance has been, and it's not just decent right now, it has been working very smooth over the course of the entire week. And yeah, I think that's what I wanted. I just wanted the website to perform. So for example, if I refresh the page, it should just open. So let's say if I open up this page, yeah, it loads just fine. And I think personally, that's all that I care about, right? If I load the website, and if, for example, somebody also visits the website, they should be able to just load the website without having to wait for ages. And that's all that I wanted. I can go back to the dashboard, do the same thing. Now, let's go to the cPanel real quickly. If you see, because now I have been sending some requests, so things are hot in the background. Let's see, entry processes at 1, which is fine. Then memory is about fine as well. Number of processes, it's all good. CPU usage is at 0%. Again, a very smooth experience. I still have a few websites installed. I did not install many other websites. I did install a few, but I can see because they were all fresh installs, so they're not contributing anything negatively to it. The only thing we did, if you remember from the video, was we deleted all the WordPress installations which were compromised. We also disabled the plugins. We also removed the dependencies. It was the light cache, yeah, the Lightspeed cache. Sorry, it was Lightspeed cache, which had the vulnerability mentioned. So I just disabled it. If we go to resource usage, it's saying that there were no issues. If you go to the other video, you'll see that it was talking about CPU, number of processes, everything was like really at the top. If I go to the current usage, it still says that yeah, everything is okay. There was nothing wrong with the resource usage. Okay, so usage, IOPS, etc. How many processes there were, memory used. 2 GB is the limit, and 28 megabytes was the usage. If you see here, everything like this red line is the limit. My average is about, sometimes it's about 40%, sometimes about 10%, which is fair. I don't care if the memory usage is about 50% as well. I'm okay with that. It shows down the further detail because it drops it down to per hour. You can go to yesterday, how it was yesterday, and you would also see that it was okay-ish yesterday as well. Today is January 18. Yeah, so there's January 17, and it's also fine. There is some activity, but it's not crazy. If you go to the bandwidth, now this is where you will see a big change. Like when the website was when the hosting was compromised, you could see a lot of stuff happening here. Like it was going crazy, 10 megabytes of traffic per minute. Now, bear in mind, none of these websites actually have content or services that would explain 10 megabytes per minute traffic. It was all because of those PHP scripts and the vulnerable and exploited content. So then if you see like from 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 up until 19, which is going to be morning. Okay, so it's 1 a.m. here. So this one, it's all relaxed. It's all less than 500 kilobytes per minute, which is very good, which is like a quarter of this. So 2 megabytes, 1, and then 500. And I'm happy with this. I don't, just because my bandwidth is unlimited, I don't want to put a lot of pressure on the servers just because I don't have to pay. No, doesn't make any sense. It doesn't sound reasonable. So I think I'm very happy with this one. And in past 24 hours, there are some spikes, and 1 megabyte per minute. It could explain that there's an image that is being loaded, some other resources, but then it goes down, so it's not being abused, and I'm happy with that. Now, a lot of these, for example, had already happened before I looked into this mess and before I tried to clean it up. So I think I'll give it 1 more month. If you're looking for my verdict, I think it's all going good. It's going great. I'm happy with the way it's going. I can access this website. I can access other websites. I can also access the email accounts. And yeah, I think for testing ground, it sounds a lot reasonable with this. One problem still, that the WordPress would still require a lot of maintenance. And the problem with that maintenance is that somebody has to look after the content. And I'm not just saying this part of the website, because I mean, you don't really see what's happening here unless you install a file system plugin and then you go through all the file system stuff. What you really need to do is you need to come here, you need to go to the file manager, and then you need to look at all the folders, and you need to see, okay, what, like for example, this one was changed yesterday. I don't know what really happened here yesterday. So if we go here and you recall from the other website or from the other video, this was sort of the stuff that was messing it up. So it could be that this website is also compromised. I may have to delete and reinstall this website just to make sure that there is no funny stuff going on. Now if I see this one and then this one as well, so this one is publication, which is the default website. Let's see today, error log. What is this error log for? What really happened, and who really modified this file? So you see, from performance perspective, it's going good, but then there's still something going on that is still fishy, which I'm not happy about, right? So yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Somebody will have to keep a track of this folder, like the file system, and they will have to review everything, what's happening, why it's happening, or you may need to request some support from the hosting provider. You need to tell them, hey, I think there is some funny business going on, and I need you to remove it. I need you to remove it for me. What they can do is what they will do, or what they can do is they can maybe run an antivirus, an anti-malware script that would remove this kind of nonsense stuff. One more thing you may have or may not have noticed is that the file usage is still crazy. The reason for this is a lot of files were created. Was it this? Yeah. So like this one. And you can still see like a lot of changes were still being made here yesterday. So this is still an infected area, and it still has a lot of dirt going on. So, and then another thing is I cannot just simply delete it. Last time I attempted to delete it, it told me you don't have the permission. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. So I can remove it. Let me try this. And now I know all this data is from the cache, and removing this means that my cache is being removed. I don't care. LS cache was vulnerable and it was causing issues for me. I'm happy with that. And the next time a request comes in, I can always recache it. Third, I don't have any customer data in the caching, so that's also fine. And fourth, I don't have checkout systems that use caching, so I'm not really creating any issue here with this kind of data. If it helps me bring down this person, let's see if it actually adds a dent to this. It didn't, but you get the point, right? So that kind of stuff is gonna happen quite a lot, and we need to see and delete it ourselves. So after 1 week, what do I think about it? I think for testing ground, it's okay. A shared hosting. If you would need to go to, if you would need to use for professional stuff, I would recommend go for VPS. I'm not showing this page because it's sponsored or anything. I'm just saying, hey, because I'm using Namecheap hosting, if I would put my production environment to it on it, I would rather go with a private server because I have more control over there. But I need to do a lot of stuff myself. So yeah, that was it for this one. Thanks for watching, and please share any pointers that I might have missed, things that I should have looked at, and I'll see you in the next one.